like a sick Thundercat.
Welcome. That is awesome. I love
Lion
the Thundercat.
Ayo.
Welcome back to Nerds on Radio. I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
Lion ODLG.
And we're in the middle of talking about the awesome International Comic-Con that went down over this weekend.
You just give it the wrong names every time.
What's it called?
San Diego Comic-Con.
It's not called San Diego Comic-Con.
Why is it not called? What do you mean? It's SDCC.
Yeah, but the real honest name, I believe, is International Comic-Con.
Is that true?
Let's look it up.
I will.
I think
That
you know
sounds
I
like
think
a falsehood.
I think it's Comic-Con International.
Oh, you might be right about
Is
that.
actually what it's called. It just happens to be in San Diego. They renew themselves there every year.
Fair point.
I think you might be right about that name.
I'm pretty sure I am. Go ahead, look it up while I talk. So, last time we talked about what DC's got going on, some Flash news, some Justice League stuff, some Young Justice news. So this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about what Marvel had going on with themselves.
Yeah, it's technically Comic-Con International, San Diego.
Right.
Yeah.
So they just renewed their bid with San Diego.
Yeah, actually, they almost lost it about 2 years ago.
So
that is true.
They renewed it again.
Tragic.
So, Marvel had some stuff going on. Before we get into what happened at Comic-Con International, the weekend before at D23, it was announced
Yeah, this is a big deal.
for the Avengers movie that you will be seeing Thanos' kids, the Black Order?
Yeah, so that's actually, they're not really,
They're not his kids,
in the
but
comic
they are
books, they're not
his
his kids. In this movie, they will be his
Right.
kids. The Black Order, in the comic books, recently it was called, I think, just Infinity, and it was a two-part story. Thanos was basically told by a seer of the future that he believes that one of his children will murder him. So
And he only has one actual kid. Is that Thane?
No. He had hundreds of kids.
Well, I mean, I know they say Gamora and Nebula are his kids, but they're
No.
not really his
He
kids.
actually had hundreds of kids in the comic books, and so what he does though is he raises an army, and he just goes around conquering every world that has any of his children, finding that child and murdering it.
So that they can't kill him later.
Right. So he's been rolling through like an old Greek icon or Titan of some kind.
Oh, cool.
Actually, I
Oh,
believe
get it? He is a Titan.
correct. He is the Mad Titan Thanos, and I believe that's actually the origin story of Kronos in the Greek Titan. He was told that one of his children would kill him,
Right.
so every time his wife would give birth, he would eat the child,
Yeah.
and then eventually the Greek gods sprung out of him whole.
Well, Zeus was kept hidden.
Right. Zeus was kept hidden, and he went in and got the other kids
Man,
from inside of Titan.
I
Kronos.
really dig Greek mythology.
It's crazy,
It's
right?
so good.
So Thanos goes, he raises the Black Order, they're his generals.
So they're going to be his kids in this movie.
Right.
You got characters like Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glaive. I'm missing one.
Black Dwarf.
Black Dwarf.
These are really cool characters. So Ebony Maw is like a talker. And so in the comic books, by that what I mean is he actually uses the art of persuasion and deception verbally as a skill.
Right.
And he
It's
actually,
like Johnny Depp.
right by himself, yeah, sort of. Right by himself, he actually shuts down Doctor Strange one-on-one. So the Sorcerer Supreme of entire reality and Ebony Maw, they have Ebony Maw just starts whispering in Doctor Strange's ear, and Doctor Strange can't focus on anything anymore.
Speaking of Sorcerer Supreme, you want to hear something cool about Marvel Legacy?
Yeah.
So Marvel Legacy is the next step Marvel's going.
Okay.
In Marvel Legacy, as it comes or whatever, at some point, Doctor Strange will no longer be Sorcerer Supreme, and it will be Loki will be Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh.
So there's a book that they're doing, a series, I guess, where Doctor Strange is now Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme no more, and he's trying to regain it. Just sounds awesome.
That does sound. That
sounds great.
Now I hate to be the poop puppy here, but this will be like the 5th time in a storyline that Doctor Strange is no longer Sorcerer Supreme.
But now it's Loki.
But I do like the idea that it's Loki. I just like the idea that they've gone on this journey. I mean, it happens sometimes.
So the Avengers and the world's mightiest heroes, besides just fighting Thanos, they're going to have some other big bads to deal with. And also, they're giving Thanos another new series coming out in Marvel Legacy. So they're kind of doing Thanos big. On top of that, though, here at Comic-Con International, everyone knows there's been a Captain Marvel movie coming out.
Yes, Alison Brie.
Alison Brie has been cast as Captain Marvel. Supposedly she's going to be in Infinity War. Or Infinity War 2. I can't remember which one. Is she going to be in
I believe
Infinity War?
she's supposed to be in Avengers Infinity War.
And then her movie comes out afterward. So
yes.
But no news has been released on this movie until now.
Yeah, and I think this is some really interesting news.
So go ahead, Corey DLG. Tell us what they have announced for this Captain Marvel.
So what they've announced here is that this is actually going to be based in the 90s.
Crazy. So this is before Iron. This is before
Any
all
of it, Iron Man. Well, no, it's not before Captain America, obviously.
No, obviously not.
But so it's going to also feature Nick Fury with 2 eyes.
2 good eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the Skrulls.
Maybe a Skrull invasion.
The Skrull Kill Crew. Here's the they debut.
Now, here's actually, you know what? Just as I say that out loud, you know what's interesting about that?
What?
The Skrulls, technically, I think, would belong to Fantastic Four.
You would
There
think.
must have been another horse trade somewhere.
Maybe. The other thing that trips me out, I think, though, if you look at what they've had so far with the timeline, Iron Man went first.
Mm-hmm.
When the movie Iron Man came out, there was no real news, or no one really knew anything about any superpowered beings.
Right.
There was S.H.I.E.L.D., obviously. That was
Yes, S.H.I.E.L.D. already existed.
You did have the Captain America stuff. And the
Actually, you know what?
Peggy
If
Carter.
you remember, during Iron Man, S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't exist. They were still calling it Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement Logistics Division.
Which is S.H.I.E.L.D.
How do you feel about that?
Which is S.H.I.E.L.D.
But they hadn't named it S.H.I.E.L.D. yet. So if they haven't named it S.H.I.E.L.D. yet, you
Well,
could
they
almost
hadn't-
say maybe it didn't exist.
Well, they did name it S.H.I.E.L.D.
So
I
Nick
mean, that
Fury,
seems like a pretty
They
basic
did
acronym.
during
Nick
like Peggy
Fury-
Carter, Agent of Carter. Like they named it S.H.I.E.L.D. almost. They
you're right. They
talked
kinda
about it.
screwed that up.
But what I'm getting at is
that was SSI, right?
yeah. What I'm getting at though is how do you have this big global, like if it's the Skrulls, it's got to be some kind of global with Nick Fury and then
Maybe not.
Allison Brie.
Maybe it's a
Yeah.
Skrull scout ship.
How did it, yeah? Who knows? But like, how did it stay so hush hush that no one else knew
Well,
about
if Nick, I think the answer is if Nick Fury's involved.
it? Right. So it's gonna be
Who else
exciting.
knows?
Like I really like the Skrulls. The Skrull Invasion,
Right.
as told by Corey DLG on the next book we release, audiobook is super awesome. But yeah, dude, so it's gonna play some good stuff, and then how it ties in where she's. If it's in the '90s, she's been gone this whole time.
Right.
So where did she go?
So my first thought is
We'll get a hint during Infinity War where
Right.
she shows up, and then you're like, man, okay, well, where has she been? And then after that movie, you're gonna come back to this, like, oh, this is where she's been.
so. What
This
if
is what happened.
you know what? I'm kind of having some other thoughts here.
I know.
What if she goes into the Soul Gym, and no one knows what the Soul Gym is?
Right? No.
So what if she comes out of the Soul Gym
Maybe.
during Infinity War, or what we said before was that she goes into space and
Uh-huh.
then she returns from space during Infinity War.
The only thing about that, though, if she's been in space, don't you think within 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies,
No.
someone would have known about her?
No,
Space is so big.
right?
Like,
It's a big place, and there's other Earthers. I mean, they don't act like Peter Quill's the only human they've ever seen. No one's ever
She's
surprised.
a halfling.
Well, but they don't know. Well,
Right.
only some people know that.
Right.
So I mean, people aren't ever like, "What are you?"
Right.
So, I mean,
plus she got superpowers. So I mean,
right? No, you know what? Like, she could have been just hanging out this whole time in space.
But didn't she get her powers from the Kree?
In the comic books, yes.
So that's
She
a
is
little weird.
altered by some sort of Kree ray because apparently she has some Kree DNA in her already.
Yeah, and they've already kind of used the Kree within human stuff, so you couldn't go that route. So maybe she gets her powers from the Skrulls.
Well, no. Well, they could use. Actually, you know what they could use is the blue dude from Shield,
The blue dude.
from the Agents of Shield show. This could explain where the blue dude comes from.
Oh, yeah, the one they find?
The one that they used to fix Agent.
The Coulson.
Yeah, Coulson.
Yeah, that's true.
This
Wow, blow my mind now. This is good. I can't wait.
This could solve the blue dude story.
Although
the
they,
blue dude story. That's the problem with everything,
Marvel
though.
TV and the Marvel Studios are not happy with one another, and so I don't know if that'll happen.
No, that's not necessarily true.
No, I
the,
read
the
that.
two directors, the two people running each one, yeah, they're not happy with each other because the guy who wanted the Inhumans movie, he basically lost his little battle to get it.
Right.
That's why it's going to be a TV show now. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't.
Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of time.
Okay.
We've got a few more things we have to get to.
All right, what do you got? What do you got
They renewed Iron Fist for a season 2.
on Netflix? That was the only one that
Netflix.
was kind of
They
questionable.
also have said that the Defenders movie kind of finishes some of what we saw coming on in Iron Fist. So that'll be interesting. That comes out here like in less than a month now, I think, on Netflix.
I'm so excited.
And then on the Fox side of it,
Whoa.
Fox is interested, and they're looking at the possibility of doing a Fantastic Four spin-off movie focusing on Franklin Richards, which is Reed Richards and Sue Richards'
Also known as God.
kid.
Actually, I just thought about this when you said that to me
Yes.
this time. That's actually also the name of her father.
Right.
Ooh, plot twist. It's about her father.
But yeah, they're looking at developing maybe a teen movie based on the Richards kids.
Well, see, Franklin Richards was a time traveler, too.
Right, so who knows?
Right.
And then also, your boy that did the Fargo show.
Man, Fargo is so good.
There's something else he did in Marvel. Legion. Yeah, he does Legion too.
I haven't watched Legion. I need to watch
Legion's really good. I like it. We talked about this before. He made the announcement that he is, I think it was at the Legion panel, that he is apparently writing and developing a Doctor Doom movie.
I think that would be huge. I think that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Needs it, man. He needs it.
This guy does such a good job storytelling on the Fargo stuff. There's no telling what kind of Doom movie he would make. There was no telling. Yes. He has my $10 right now.
Right now, I haven't even seen it. I don't even know what it's about.
I don't even know who he's cast.
I just know we're going to
doesn't matter.
We're going to Latveria, and this is going to be awesome.
Doom, done.
$10. He's already got it.
Yeah, we're in on that.
He could call it Fargo : Latveria, and I would still pay him $10.
You can still watch it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I believe that.
Go to my little reclining chairs theater.
Also, real quick, have you seen the new Inhumans trailer?
I have. It doesn't make it any better.
See, what I've read reviews on it, numerous reviews
of the trailer.
Right, and what a lot of people that I have heard said, if this would have been the first trailer that came out, they would have been way more interested than the one they put out.
This one's better than the first trailer. It shows some power usage, makes everything feel a little bit more believable. But
the hair looks a little better.
No, that part I disagree with. When she uses the hair to grab,
I delightfully disagree with you, sir.
When she uses her hair to grab Ramsey Bolton,
Maximus,
I immediately was like, "This is terrible. This is the worst hair ever on the planet."
You're the worst hair ever.
Lockjaw looks awesome.
Yeah, he does.
They should just do a Lockjaw show. Like I would watch that probably. I'd be way happier if it was just a Lockjaw show.
Yeah.
Lockjaw goes to Colorado. Lockjaw goes to Hawaii.
Just teleports everywhere.
It's just a travel show.
Yeah.
And Lockjaw goes to break, and so will we. You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio. Come back. We're going to get into our weekly top 3.
# Talking Nerdy to you.
Sounds